Ocean Watch. Today we have a special guest, Charlotte Plano. So, how are you doing today? I'm great. How are you? I'm pretty good. Thank you for asking. So, let's go into the first question. Okay, so our first question is, what is subduction?
Subduction is the sideways downward movement of the edge of a plate in the Earth's crust into the mantle beneath.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. It's a little bit confusing, but yeah. Let's go into the next question. Our next question is, what is photosynthesis and what is chemosynthesis? And can you describe each?
Well, photosynthesis is where carbon dioxide, water, and certain organic salts are converted into carbohydrates by green plants, algae, and some bacteria using energy from the sun.
Oh, okay. And chemosynthesis?
Chemosynthesis is the synthesis of organic compounds within organisms with chemical reactions providing the energy source.
Okay, thank you. Let's go on to the next question. Our next question is, what is pollution and how does it get spread through the water cycle?
Well, when it rains, all of the rain usually gathers into like a water source, like a stream or a river, but it gathers pollution along the way. And then when the water source evaporates, it goes all into the clouds, and then the pollution rains down with all the regular rain. And then it just keeps going and going.
Okay, thank you.
So pollution kind of adds every time it rains.
Very interesting. Okay, so our next question is, what are the dangers of overfishing?
Well, we are losing species as well as entire ecosystems, and we're in risk of losing a valuable food source that some people rely on for dinner.
Our next question is, what is the process of the seafloor spreading, and can you describe it?
Yeah. Well, the process is where new oceanic crust is formed through volcanic activity and gradually moves away from the ridge.
Okay, let's go to the next question. Our next question is, what are the major climate regions on Earth?
Well, tropical is near the equator, so it's hot and wet, and all year round it's mostly between 80 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. And the temperate it has warm summers, cool winters, and year-round it rains and snows.
Okay.
Polar is a cold, dark winter all year, and the temperature rises above freezing for only 2 or 3 months a year. So that's like winter all year except for like 2 months.
Let's go to the next question. So our next question is, what is coral and what is the role of symbiosis in coral growth?
This one's a little bit hard. Well, coral is a hard substance secreted by certain marine colonists as an external skeleton, typically forming large reefs in warm seas. And it lives a symbiotic life. Inside the sac of each coral pilop lives one-celled algae called zooanthellix. The algae gives off oxygen and other nutrients that the coral pliop needs to live, and in return the pliop gives the algae carbon dioxide and other substances the algae needs.
Oh, very interesting, but a little bit confusing. So those are actually all the questions we have for today. Let's give another big round of applause for Charlotte. Thank you so much for coming and answering all these. So we will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
We're taking a break in here for some cheeses. It goes cheese to the cheeses are really good, and they come in all different flavors, especially Ocean's not a flavor. Yes, it is. It ain't. Well, we'll see you guys next time from Cheese It.
Hello and welcome to the Ocean Watch. Today we have a special guest and her name is Emily. Come on in, Emily. Hello. Hi. So we know you're an ocean expert, and we have some questions for you that we think you'll be able to answer. Okay. The first one is, what is a food web and how does the ocean food web work?
Well, a web consists of all food chains in a single ecosystem, and a food web is a series of those chains put together and is divided into different levels to higher levels with one living organism or together with the organisms in level, and the arrow shows the flow of energy.
Okay, so how do the characteristics of ocean water change with depth?
Well, the pressure increases with the ocean depth, and the deeper the colder and the deeper the saltier.
So we have some words for you, and we think you will be able to find them. They are ocean ridge, ocean trench, ocean plain, continental shelf, continental slope, and continental rise.
Okay,
Why don't you start with ocean ridge?
So an ocean ridge is an underwater mountain system formed by plate tectonics.
That's really interesting. So how about an ocean trench?
It's a long, narrow depression on the seafloor.
And an ocean plain?
An underwater plain on the deep ocean floor.
How about a continental shelf?
Well, the continental shelf is an underwater landmass which extends from a continent ending in a shallow water known as a shelf.
One of our last ones is continental slope.
Well, a continental slope is typically about 20 kilometers wide, and it consists of mud and silts, and is often cross-cut by marine canyons.
And our final one is continental rise.
Well, the continental rise is an underwater feature found between the continental slope and the abyssal plain, and the abyssal plain is one of the deepest parts of the waters.
That's really cool. Let's get on to the next question. So our next one probably everyone here can answer.
Yes.
And it is, what can humans do to stop water pollution?
So you don't pour chemicals down the sink, so don't pour
Maybe dish soap
or cleaning supplies or anything that. And only run the dishwasher or the washing machine when it's full. Yeah. So don't throw any rubbish away. So don't throw unnecessary things that could be put into a compost bin, like a banana peel that can actually be composted into something new.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and also use water wisely. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but some people have. So every year, right after you turn the bath or the shower or the sink off, and if water's still dripping, that can come up to 10,000 gallons in every household a year, which is a lot of water.
Water that
wasted.
can be used for everything else.
Yeah.
The next question is, what causes ocean currents and how do they influence climate?
Well, ocean currents can be generated by wind, temperature, gravity, and earthquakes, and currents are cohesive streams of water that circulate through the ocean, causing the temperature to change.
That's cool. The next one is, what is an algae bloom and how is it caused?
Well, an algae bloom is a rapid increase in the population of algae, and it's caused by nutrients, temperature, and light.
Our final question is, can you explain the roles of upwelling and vertical mixing in primary production?
Well, upwelling brings deeper, colder, richer nutrient water to the surface of the ocean to get sunlight and food for the fish. Therefore, fishing places where there's upwelling and vertical mixing in primary production tend to get better tasting fish.
That's really cool. I actually have an example for you. It is chocolate milk.
Here we have some chocolate milk that we're going to mix together to show you how upwelling and vertical mixing mix. So the milk represents the normal water, and the chocolate syrup represents the water that's rich and nutrient that gets mixed up. So we have the chocolate at the bottom and the milk on top, and we're just going to show us mixing it up. This represents upwelling because it's mixing the rich nutrient water with the normal water. After the upwelling is done, it gives fish a better life.
Hey guys, we're back. But guess what? We have better news. We'll be scuba diving just south of Mexico on Mary's to the ship, so we'll see you guys there.
Hey guys, I also have news. I will be in the control center on Mary's 2 watching Emily scuba dive. I hope the mission goes well. Bye.
Look at all this pollution!
Oh, I think I got something! It's a fish!
Oh, it's a boo. Stupid pollution.
So, Emily, how was it under the ocean?
Well, there was a lot of pollution, and I think we should try and save our ocean.
I wonder how.